Father, we just worship you. We thank you, Lord, for today. And
Understand? Like,
yeah, I don't do that.
Like, I would just wing it. Oh, you want to go? Sure, that's fine.
I don't understand. What are you saying about practice for?
Do you tell them that? No, I don't feel like going to.
I don't tell people I'm not coming.
People are bold to do things of the world and are ready to explain themselves. So I think I should also be ready to explain myself if I want to do things.
Okay, so plot twist. What if I would just wake up at like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Like, it's just a...
When did you say I have something to say.
So, question, is there such a thing as holy anger?
yeah, I think so. I don't know if it's like a form.
Just
Okay.
Yeah,
I think the violent thing is fine.
for example, when Lazarus died, right? Jesus was angry inside. The Bible says he was moved. And the other translations say he was angry. Exactly. So I mean,
the temple as well.
Yeah, when he was, when the people were selling stuff in the temple, and he was like, "How would you destroy my father's house and stuff like that?" So yes,
Yeah.
essentially yes.
oh yeah, going to answer your question. No, I don't think it's foolishness. Yeah.
Like I said, with the
Just
women,
stop.
with the because some people have it. With the women of blood, how like
Wait,
there's a point that you
some
get
people
to-
have holy anger. Which is
I
what
don't
you just
understand.
said.
No, I'm saying that there's a point like in your Christian race where like you're tired of
Race, nice race. What's the problem?
exactly whatever it may be for you. You're just tired. Anyways, I was saying that there gets to a point maybe where you're going through some kind of battle or situation, and you just you're tired, you're fed up, like, oh my gosh, this should not be happening to me. Like, I'm a Christian, I have God on my side, like why are things going left? Like that kind of like it's almost like it challenges you, like, no, I'm a Christian, this shouldn't be what's going on with me. Like maybe the devil has been playing with you up and down, and it's like you finally come to your senses, like, no, what's
Slapped me just.
She's been hitting me for a while, so
See, one thing,
Domestic
just to avoid
violence.
taking this out of context, like holy anger applies like the God kind of wisdom. You can think you're holy, you're angry, you're holy angry, but
take it easy.
you might think that you have holy anger, but you're just acting out of foolishness, ignorance, and just pride too. So you may need to, sometimes when you are having that holy anger, you may need to know where is this thing actually stemming from, because with the way, I don't know, Aisha, I don't know how to say this, 9 out of 10 times you may just be struggling with some fundamental issues. So if you're like, you have holy anger, you want to go to church, you want to start, like, you need to relax and
But
evaluate
holy
what's
anger in
going
a sense,
on.
it's not like you'll be angry and then you just start cussing everyone out. Like it's angriness that I guess leads you to God. Like
It should lead you to your prayer closet, is what I'm
yeah,
saying.
that kind of thing.
Like, if you have that holy, I just go to your prayer closet and just war it out.
So can you give an example? Because I'm not really getting it.
Or maybe okay, let's say that because you know we have like generational issues. Maybe like I feel like this is even more extreme. Like your grandfather died at 40, your dad died at 40, your great grandfather died at 40, and it's like you're 40 and you're starting to see some of the things manifested. Like I don't want to say it's anger, but it's almost in the way that you're coming to your senses. Like I'm a child of God. Like this shouldn't be my portion. I shouldn't have to struggle this hard or go through all of these challenges. Like it's something that I guess challenges your faith with God. Like how strong is your faith in God? Like do you believe that he can really move mountains? Do you believe that he can really like save you from this sickness? It's almost like when you're a parent and your child is sick and you have to keep taking that child to the hospital. After a while, you just get angry. Like, what is all of this? Like, I'm a Christian. Like, why can't I just say, like, you know, it starts to like.
It's spinning you right now, bro. Just having some holy anger right now.
Okay, I'm just saying, but like when you have to keep taking your child to the hospital or like you keep buying medications, after a while, like one day you just look like, and I call myself a Christian, and there are people who have cancer and they're getting healed, and my child just has ordinary fever. Like, you know, it challenges you. Like, what am I doing? What's going on? Like, what is the devil doing in my child's life? Like, almost like I don't know how to explain it, but like it's something that it opens your eyes to see what's going on and it pushes you to God. Like, no, there's actually something that is going on with this child or going on in my life that I need to deal with now. Like, I'm tired of having to struggle with this same problem, that kind of thing.
Okay. From what you just said, I think it's only, I'm just repeating what you said. But I think it's only holy anger if it pushes you towards God.
Yeah.
Yes. But I mean, that same type of anger could push you towards something else, which is bad. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
like you get fed up.
Yeah.
That's like at that point I think you're frustrated.
Exactly. The Bible talks about being angry and not sinning, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's okay to be angry, but don't sin.
Don't let the sun go
Exactly.
down.
Yeah. So I mean,
I think what Blessing is talking about is that you're right too. It's just that most times Christians have just gotten by with just living this like ordinary life where they're just making
Just
it
coping.
by. Yeah, just coping with everything. Like, and that's not the plan that God has for any of his children. Like, the violent taketh it by force, like you by force. But you might I read this book called Some Stand Still Faith last year, and it was kind of like how Joshua was able, because of his faith, the sun literally stood still. And that's kind of what I feel like every Christian should be able to even experience in every area of their life. So I think that's what she's coming from. She came with so much passion, bro. Like,
I'm a passionate person. Because there's so many Christians, like, they're just oblivious to the fact that the devil is out here.
He's just really playing games with your life.
Yeah, like
he pushes you left
with your destiny for too long. Like,
so that's
on another hand, holy anger is actually something that develops. Holy anger is like another level of understanding. If you know the kind of God you're serving, then it's just like you question the kind of situations around you, like what exactly is going on, right? Like holy anger is that level of understanding where you know what your God is capable of doing. I have been diagnosed with XYZ sickness, and now I'm afraid I'm living according to the time frame the doctors have given me. But then when you go and check the word of God, it says, I have a plan for you. And it's not a plan of evil. So if I'm being afraid and I'm being tortured, counting my days like I'm about to go into the ground, then the kind of holy anger that stirs within you is based on your understanding and the power of God, that no, God has something better for me.
That only comes from reading the Bible.
And you were saying, does it exist? Not only does it exist, I think it's actually necessary, to be honest, because because some we go through things in life, right? And these are trials, right? These are tribulations we go through. But the Bible says that the glory after it, right, is much more than it itself.
Yeah.
So I believe that holy anger is kind of a way of waking us up, of like making that switch. Like the whole point of the trial or the tribulation is to work on your faith, right? So the holy anger is just that switch. You're like, okay, come. This shouldn't be happening, right? My faith can be stronger than this, or what's it called? This is not what God has planned for me, and you keep believing, right? You keep pushing in the direction of God. That's holy anger, and I think it's necessary.
It's almost like that's what God is looking for. Like, I'm thinking of the children of Israel when they were going to the promised land, and they were like, going around, like, I think after they were complaining, and then he said he would give them, is it 400 years, or for every year, every time they complain, it's a year added on. And then it said in the Bible that God heard their cry. Like, it got to a point where they finally got tired of suffering, or finally got tired of walking in the wilderness, and it said that God heard their cry. So it's almost like sometimes there gets to a point where God is looking for that, like looking for the
cry of desperation.
Yeah, like that you're actually finally tired, like you're fed up.
Deji, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, I was going to say we've been preaching on this for a while now. So let's actually be like, what does
that look like?
What does holy anger look like? Like instances in our lives where holy anger was the key and it worked.
I think she just said.
She said the Israelites.
No, sickness.
Like being sick.
Yeah.
Okay, then what do? You read your Bible and you're here.
You pray.
That's when fasting comes in, man. That's when you do.
I feel like let's even bring it down.
But wait, though, if you're sick and you can't fast,
some people let's bring it down.
I cry out to God.
Sorry, I want to quickly say something. A lot of people believe that
fasting is just
the moment, like let's say you're faced with something like sickness, the doctors diagnose cancer today, 21 days prayer and fasting. it does not work that way. You
most times
you utilize your weapon when there is peace, so that when war comes, you already know the foundation you stand on. Like God knows. I keep telling God this, that I don't want to fast because I'm trying to deal with a certain problem. My reason for fasting is to draw closer to God.
Wow.
And I heard that you
Sure.
can't, that God doesn't accept prayers that are prayed out of fear, because there's no faith in it.
That's just for me. Like, it's not when somebody diagnoses you with cancer and say, all right, 21 days. Like, no.
Thank you for correcting me.
If you're a Christian and you've been walking with God, like, fasting is not just, there's this sickness, there's that demon, there's...
When there's trouble that you know.
Yeah, it's not just when there's trouble that you now know that you can fast and pray to honor God. Like, it comes from a daily sacrifice.
Speak is going to be real.
Apart from the whole sickness thing, I think bringing it down to 2019, sickness is common, but it's kind of like if you're struggling with purity, you're struggling with certain thoughts in your head, you're struggling with addiction, like sometimes not everyone struggles with sicknesses, but those are situations where you can have, you're like, you know what, I'm actually done with dealing with all of this kind of thing. I'm actually like, Holy Spirit, like, it's time. I want everything that you want from me, and this thing is really holding me down, and you don't want that. I think Hebrews 12:1 so says, like, you need to strip. Does anyone want to read that for me? I'll paraphrase, but stripping off anything that any ways that will just basically hold you down. So that's
Sin
it.
that so easily besets you.
Thanks.
What about that?
So the word rest, do you mean it in its literal meaning?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think to rest means to be replenished. Obviously, for example, if you work in an organization or something, like you work for, you minister at church or something like that, like there's always a season when God is calling you in to seek Him more, focus more on Him. I mean, I feel like people would understand that, like, if you're telling your friends that, hey, I mean, it's just like cutting out the extra stuff that you have to do and like focusing more on replenishing yourself. The Bible says that he that rests in the shadow of he that dwells in the secret place of the Almighty shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So like drawing in, meaning that stuff that is extracurricular, for example, stuff that you can do without. Even ministering, sometimes you're going to have to say, like, hey, you need to go in to come out, so yeah.
Is your question answered?
But
Are you asking what does it look like? Or
not what does it look like, but how do you you need to rest, but then how do you
Like a
So,
time of
okay.
Can you give
consecration?
can you
yeah,
give
like, a time of okay, so
an example?
say, okay, I know I need to rest. I need to draw closer to God, but I don't have to go to work. And then when I get to work, life is going to happen. When I get to class, life is going to happen. I have other stuff to do. I have to go around. But how do you stay secluded even in the midst? It's kind of how do you stay
Outside but be inside.
but be
That's what I was
inside?
saying. Like, your resting isn't actual. The way that you're describing resting, it's not actual. Oh, I'm tired and I need to take a break type of thing. Like, it's
No.
oh, I want to get close to God and get away from all the noise type of resting, right? Yeah. So
that's your quiet time.
yeah, that's your quiet
No,
time.
no, what
Sounds
you're
like-
saying,
I'm not
I see
saying
what you're
or-
saying.
It's a season.
I'm not saying
Okay.
it's a quiet, not okay, this particular time of the day, I just want you want to 24/7.
It
You
take,
want to.
yeah, I think you're actually, what you're saying is kind of answering your first question of how to be spiritually minded, right? Like, I wake up in the morning and say 5. You sleeping? I wake up in the morning, say 5 a.m., right? Let's say I pray for about 30 minutes, I have time to pray, get ready, and head out to work. But then I get to work and it just seems like I am now not in the presence of God, and it's almost like, I'm trying to get closer to God, but then you can't avoid not going to work. Now that when you're walking in the Spirit, you are still here, but it's almost like you may even be praying in your mind. It's like anything to keep drawing you closer to the presence of God when you're not necessarily on your knees. So that throughout the time, you still stay spiritually connected.
Does that answer your question? Because if anything aside that, I think it's specific like God ordained seasons that you will know that you need to withdraw. So I don't know, does that answer your question?
And if you do, like, there's nothing wrong with you going, if you have the money, going to like a hotel somewhere in your city, and then, like, yeah, just like
Go to the mountain.
you don't have to necessarily go to the mountain, but like just somewhere
Just
where
stay in.
yeah, like somewhere where you know you're gonna be distracted.
You could do a staycation.
You won't
Staycation, where you stay in your environment.
Yeah.
without people you know or anything. It's just not to you. In Exodus, it says like you can't serve. Wait.
That's also no.
You can't serve no other gods. It also says to not like have idols and everything like that. Now in the Bible as well, in the New Testament, Matthew chapter 6, verse 24. So that one says like you can't serve two masters, and it says mammon, which first of all I thought like you can serve God and the devil, which I think mammon also
It means like
includes
money,
the
wealth.
devil, but it also includes like money and like wealth kind of thing. But if you want to relate it to like today now, it's like what kind of idols were we talking about? Because I don't think they're like. I mean, I feel like some places still have like statues and stuff.
Yeah, that still definitely exists.
But for us as like
Millennials.
yeah,
I mean, if you want to start listing, like the list is plenty. Really, honestly,
So just so
like
that you
really,
continue.
honestly, no. Idols are just anything that you do more than you do with God. So it could be anything from watching TV to eating to maybe spending time with your significant other, whatever it may be. Like anything that you're doing that you don't do for God is become an idol.
Significant other.
Significant other.
Married, right?
Whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, whatever it may be. If
way blessing.
That's actually true. If you
your relationship can become.
yeah,
yeah,
anything that takes your
like if
relationship
I spend
once,
2 hours with my
becomes-
boyfriend now and I spend
or your
5 minutes with
husband
God,
too. Exactly. Or
It's
your,
an
or your
idol.
kids too. Exactly.
yeah.
That's interesting.
Really? Or your school. Let's even say
No,
school.
I'm just
Yeah.
not really
Your school can be an idol.
Like, oh my gosh, I need
Oh
to
yeah,
study, I
that
need
one
to
is
study,
that
I
one
need
is
to study.
clearer. I mean, but I've never really
Really?
thought about the spouse thing.
Oh yeah, you can.
Anything
Yeah.
that takes your relationship like comes before your relationship with God, that's a problem.
He's a very jealous.
That's
God.
true.
So if I don't know, I think Lucy already said the whole.
It's an exhaustive list. What was your question?
Yeah. Unless you want to start
Yeah,
breaking
she's
it
asking about
down.
modern day. I'm
Like-
just listing it right.
No, so she's just asking about listing.
But wait.
Okay.
So you were like saying, let's say if you spend like 2 hours with your significant other and then you spend 5 minutes with God, doesn't the quality of that time matter?
Well, you get what she means. Why?
You just don't do stuff. Don't say
Then she
that.
explain explain what
Okay,
we
the
think
Bi-
she means.
The Bible says God was talking and he said, "Those that honor me, I will honor them. And those that dishonor me," he said, "I will lightly esteem them." Idolatry basically,
Like,
I think it's KJV.
that was deep.
Idolatry simply means giving the honor due God to something else. Now, what does that mean? If I'm in a relationship with someone and I adore them so much, I place them higher than where God should be in my life, then that is idolatry. For example, I'm married and I forget to give all glory to God, and I feel like my wife is my everything, she's my support. Although she is, but you should be recognizing the grace of God in your spouse's life and not just your spouse. Then you're so easy to just make someone else an idol.
So people can be idols too.
Yeah.
Relationships
Like
can be
maybe
idols.
every day you're always telling God, I don't have time. Like I can't pray for 1 hour today. I'm in a rush, so you'd only do 5 minutes. But then it's like anytime your man calls, I'm ready. You're rushing like that. Anytime your man calls, I'm ready. You're rushing like that. It's become.
Don't fall.
Wait. Okay. What if like what I'm like helping people with, like I value like trying to help you do this.
I think
Even
let's bring it
ministry-
exactly what to say. Ministry can also be an idol.
idols. Because some people minister more than they spend time.
Exactly.
And what ministry are you doing if you've not even spent time with
And
God?
Jesus, like, his greatest thing was he always spent time with the Father.
He would
Like
sleep
talking to
out
people
in the break of dawn.
Yeah.
when everybody was asleep, so that he could get replenished and he could actually serve people better. But he never allowed that like communion with people to take relationship with his Father.
So you kind of have to balance.
Oh yeah.
You really
Not
do.
even a balance. One
You
has
have
to be more than the other.
Exactly.
The thing is, God doesn't look at the outward,
He looks at
the
the
outward,
inward, yeah.
right? He looks at your heart, your intent. What is your intent for doing what you're doing? For example, your relationship, for example, what's the foundation of your relationship? Is it God, or is it the fact that you adore or this person, or you can't live without this person? Like, if
To be honest, it could be God. Everything starts out, especially like now, like we are all Christians now. Nothing starts out of oh wow, I'm out to get them, or oh wow, I want to
No, you'd be surprised.
Not here, Sean.
Not here, but you'd be surprised.
I want to hope not.
So I think like sometimes it's when this is even probably tying into that rest thing. Priorities shift. After serving in that ministry, after being in that relationship for a while, you just see that sometimes even that first thing talking about passion, things just drift away, and your focus just drifts away from God to those things that you're doing.
it happens.
It happens, and it's not just for like relationship, not just ministry, school, businesses, even the purpose that God has given you. God, like He gave you this gift, but when you begin to worship that gift and begin to worship the person who gave you that gift, that becomes like a tricky situation to address.
That's it for. That's all. That is all.
It's still a tendency
That's
right
all.
there. But anyway.
Thank you guys so much.
Is that really how you're ending it?
Like,
To be
subscribe,
continued.
share.
Sure.
Yeah, to
Comment.
be continued.
Comment.
To be continued.
Your questions down below.
Questions down
Exactly,
below.
questions.
Click the subscribe button right there.
Make sure it's there.
Where is it?
Yeah, right there.
Let's point at this for them.
Right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Pray.
And your
I
prayers
pray.
are fire.
Anu,
Pray.
Do something for the internet. Break the internet. Break the internet.
Anu, let's have it.
Break the
Anu, let's have it. Anu, let's have
Wait,
it.
are we running away from talking to God?
What did we just talk about? I don't. Oh yeah.
Spirit-minded Christian.
Anu, let's have it.
Let's have it.
Anu, all right. Everyone, please close your eyes. Anu's about to
Okay,
pray.
when I say let's have it.
Spirit of God, we thank you for life. Thank you for every good thing. Thank you for this opportunity to delegate and honor your word. Thank you, Father Lord, for providing us with insights. Thank you, Father Lord, for answering questions. Thank you, Father Lord, for pushing us closer to you. We give you praise for the breath of life. We give you praise for another opportunity to press on into the presence of God. We ask that everyone listening, everyone watching, Lord, you do a new thing in their lives. We ask that you answer all the questions that we were not even able to answer. We ask, oh God, that you draw them closer to you, just like you are drawing us closer to you. And at the end of the day, let your name alone be glorified. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Really wants to do for delegates. Do you know what that means?
Struggling, maybe.
You know what? Leave this part. Leave this part for the way you just say it. And put your hand to this. Deji, if you do anything, you smash
Is that the only anger you're talking about? Some people clearly have it.
Exactly.
If we fought on camera, they won't know.
Yes,